Okay, this is the front page side quest. We are in the north section of town, and we are going to be interacting with a newspaper on the ground. We will be doing all 3 endings as well. So check the description for my fight assignments and each of the 3 if you want to see a specific ending. The Morning Courier.
Well,
it's from Fejgin.
There we have it.
If you don't have it, don't forget to get the chess sketch. And then he's here not far from the house.
Fejgin?
WS, it's good that you're here. Did you get my message?
Indeed.
I need your help.
Hear him out.
What is it?
Have you heard what happened at Vienna Station?
No.
There was an attack. Bloody and brazen. Several dead. All of them civilians, it seems. A new group of fanatics have taken credit for the assassination. They call themselves Lechites. The Russians have put Zhukov himself on the case. I want to write about it. The truth. But I need help.
In my involvement?
I've never written an article. How can I help?
I'll handle the writing. You focus on finding these Lechites. I want to eliminate the possibility of this being a Russian provocation. I'll interview them. What do you make of this?
It's not going to make it past censorship. Actually, let's ask about the detective first.
Zhukov. Is he that famous investigator?
They say he's amazing and very effective. If the Ruskies have got him on this case, it must be the top priority. Anything else?
Now we'll say it won't make it past censorship.
I wouldn't be so sure the censors would allow you to print something like this.
I don't write exclusively for state-run newspapers. Have you ever heard anything about Kimichits?
I'm going to say I have.
Of course. Who hasn't?
The Okhrana, I hope. I'll admit that I am rather well known in patriotic circles as Kimichits.
Congratulations.
Keep asking.
Okay. That's enough for
That's
now.
enough for me to start with.
So you agree?
I do.
Yes. Maybe I'll reach out to Uncle.
Good idea, because you need a pass to access the attack site. They won't just let anyone in. No offense. Do you ever see Wanda?
Perhaps I should speak to her.
Wonderful. Fine. And when you happen to stumble across a Lechite, don't forget to call me. It's a Śródmieście number, 3490. I'm also leaving you their manifesto. I just want to talk to them and write an honest article about them, in Polish.
Manifesto. They want to demolish museums, libraries, and universities. Okay. Now, we're going to go talk to Wanda up in the bazaar area. You're up here.
Have you missed me already? I will deliver your onion, don't worry.
Let's ask her about the Lechites.
What do you know about the Lehites, the new stars of the revolution?
You're asking me because you thought that was your best bet?
Admit it, sure.
Yes.
Only your insolence saves you now.
What do you think about their manifesto?
They only did it for recognition. Pathetic, amateurish methods of getting attention. I despise them all. But maybe you can help the lady. Do you know where to find them?
Sadly, no. I'm trying to figure it out.
Just don't forget to come and tell me. I'll gladly sort them out myself.
I'll be off now.
Too bad. Stay out of trouble, wizard.
Okay, let's go see Uncle at the police department. The police station. I don't know if I can get on the little thingy. Doesn't matter. You know where you are. I don't think... Oh, we can talk to him first. Because we also are going to talk to Detective Zhukov as well.
Might I take
Ultimately.
a moment of your
Last time I spoke to him after
Detective
Uncle,
Zhukov,
so let's see if
right?
there's any difference.
I'm not an idiot.
I didn't call you an idiot.
I'm trying to stay ahead of the facts. I want to save us both time, which is why I decided to warn you. I'm listening.
I'm a Thaumaturge.
I'm a Thaumaturge.
Here to help.
I know. I see the grimoire. I'm envious of your skills. I wish I were able to touch an object and irrefutably claim who it belonged to. You're the relative of a local judge. I can tell by the accent. You and Veronin pronounce certain sounds similarly. I told you, I'm not an idiot.
Explain what brings you to
I
him.
think I could.
Help with finding the attackers? I know. Yes, for the love of God. Just don't ask me how I figured it out. I requested a Thaumaturge myself, but it will be at least a week before he arrives in Warsaw.
So, you're stuck with me.
Let's get to the point then. I trust you will share your knowledge with me. When you manage to locate the Lechites, be so kind as to come back to me.
Of course.
Please tell me, why does this matter concern you?
I am looking for justice.
I want the culprits to receive just punishment.
And do you realize that the concept of justice is uniquely human, typically not present in nature? Is there anything else?
I never did find out what the first one was, even speaking to my Uncle Veronin beforehand. So I can't tell you what one is.
Have you learned the identities of the victims from Vienna Station?
The station is virtually impossible to examine during such a short period of time. At least for Warsaw investigators, anyway. And it looks like all the victims were random people. Perhaps some things will clear up once we're allowed to talk to the injured witnesses. I'm waiting for a call regarding this matter.
So, there are survivors.
I've already said too much.
He has a thread.
Meeting you was a most interesting experience.
Let's do this again when you find the Lechites.
Alright, let's follow that thread. An unfinished report with victims' names in it. Okay. Now we'll talk to our uncle.
May I have a moment of your time, Uncle?
Your timing couldn't be worse. I'm swamped with work. This attack at the railway station has the highest priority now.
That's what I've come to talk to you about.
First of all, keep your voice down. Secondly, I won't tell you anything because I'm not allowed to say anything. And third, are you involved with this in any way?
I was asked for a certain favor.
An acquaintance of mine who cares about uncovering the truth behind this incident asked me to help track down the culprits.
Tell him to leave it alone, or find new friends. If neither you nor Ligia is involved with this, then I won't tell you anything. You're not involved, right?
If you say no, he'll give you a pass, but I kind of want to know what the first one will do. So if he doesn't give me a pass, we're going to
All
have
you
to,
have to
like,
do is issue me a pass, and I'm gone.
reload a save.
Yat has clearly abandoned you.
I want to help. I can help.
The only thing I can offer you
Okay,
is
this
a
is
tour
the
of
same.
my office. Just like when you were little, remember?
I have no idea what you...
Then shut up and listen. Want us to make you a commemorative pass as part of the tour?
Yes, please. I will humbly say yes, because that's what I said last time, and I know where
I
it
can't
goes.
refuse my uncle.
God must have abandoned me. I'm in a hurry, lad. I'd rather you not be here when I return.
Okay, now we're going to head up to Vienna Station.
I beg your pardon. Is this the way to the platform?
Niet, no entry. Tishto, nie Swiss show what happened here.
My mind, no. What happened?
There was an attack. Dead bodies. Fodder niet.
Okay, the first one has always been missing. I even went to the hospital last time, and I didn't really get much of anything out of him. So I'm just going to show him the pass.
Congratulations, soldier. Exemplary attitude. But I really have to look around here, so if you'll just let me.
If the judge himself issued it.
Thank you. I will report to him about your stellar performance. But if you were to ask about me, I was never here.
Конечно. Spasiba.
Let's take a look around.
Bloody handprint. Blood-stained envelope. Blood. patisserie receipt. Case fitting. Door key. Stephanie's address, and then Daily Courier, which I don't think has anything. This is old newspaper. And then be sure and grab the teddy bear because we'll use it at the hospital. That should be all. Alright, so now we're going to go to her apartment. And we're down here in the southeast sort of corner, east-ish sort of corner, end of the street. Down from the police station. Police department, police station.
Arik, you were supposed to lock the door.
Désolé, am I interrupting something?
You can yell at me later. Let's deal with him.
Okay, we're going to get straight into a fight. Point out they've made a mess. Ask who they are and offer your skills and help with the search. Offering your skills and helping with the search will lead directly into a fight. And obviously one will get straight into a fight. So let's try 2 and 3.
How about the rest? Who are you?
We are the revivers of the Holy Republic of Poland. In the name of Jesus Christ, our triune Lord.
Amen.
Point out they made a mess.
You're leaving behind quite a mess.
We're about to start cleaning.
Okay, so check the description for my overall assignments. I'm going to act like I don't have the extra saluteurs that I have, and we're just going to be working with the 4 originals. But basically, I have Fortune on Old Wound, giving a 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. Weak-Minded on Agony, which applies Terror. Lucky Chance on Diversion, giving a 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. And then Ice on Distraction. Just gonna push their planned action back around. Okay, we're going to start with this guy. We're going to start with Lilac. And add Diversion. We're going to stick with him. Relic. And then I'm going to throw my distraction over here on this guy. And we're going to push his movement back around while putting number 2 into breakdown. Alright, we're going to use Lilix's strong attack, followed up with concussion. And we're going to get rid of this guy. And Lilac strong attack should put number 1 into... If I read that right. Or he might have one more left. Oh, he still has a couple. Alright. So we're going to use Bukovac on this guy. And Diversion. And we'll go ahead and put him into Breakdown. We're going to switch back to Lilac. Use their strong attack to get rid of focus for everybody. And follow up with concussion. And we'll get rid of him. Alright, we're going to change to Uper. Use his focus, which will get rid of my negative states. And Diversion. Switch to Lilac. So that we can get rid of a focus point on guy number 1. And concussion. And then this guy. We'll just get hit once. It'll be alright. Oh, and we pushed him back. Thank you, Lucky Chance. Alright, we'll go ahead and put him into Breakdown. And we'll follow up with a quick attack just to get some more extra stuff off. And we will finish him off with concussion.
Can you feel it?
Okay.
It's the smell of mystery.
The smell of mystery. We got a child's drawing. Greatest of all Octobers, when her dear daughter came into the world. Okay. Group photo. And lastly, a painting reproduction.
Nothing can be kept secret from me.
And a safe behind it. You have to have picked up the child's drawing first because it is the month of birth and then the 4 letters. Congratulatory letter. It's her secret. Let's check this. Gosh, I should have started at the darn bottom. God, I really should have. Oftentimes they put some of the stuff. This one's done. Alright. I know we're gonna finish some of these at the hospital, but... Alright, off to the hospital. Hang on one second. What is this? Maybe this is what I was missing. Oh, the patisserie receipt from the Vienna station. I did miss this. This is my fault.
Good day, Mrs. Jagoda.
Have you worked up an appetite for a cookie?
For a cookie? Ask about the receipt.
For
there
order
we
number
go.
149.
This must be Mr. Wisniewski's. Oh, what a delightful name that is. He orders eclairs every week for his wife.
Nice.
But last time, he didn't pick them up.
How about I deliver them? I need to talk to Mrs. Wisniewska.
You're a saint, child. They live nearby, just past the church. 1 Plebańska Street.
Okay, we are going to deliver the eclairs right up here. And we're going to end up getting the yellow marigolds and her trophy.
God, I didn't see you come in.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to startle you.
This is not the best time for a visit, Mr.
I know, please forgive me. I wanted to give you my sincerest condolences. I brought eclairs. Your husband wasn't able to pick up the order.
Thank you. Ignatsa. He remembered. As always. Are you from the patisserie?
I am just going to show her the pass.
I'm here about your husband's death. I'm a Thaumaturge. I can help find the perpetrators of this tragedy.
Well, I would always share these eclairs with my husband. It would be a shame for them to go to waste. Ignatsa was very fond of Thaumaturges. He met one during his time in the army, the Polish army. I'm not afraid to say it anymore.
Do you mind if I look around here a little?
Come in. I'll make tea.
Painting reproduction. Interesting, it's the same painting that the Stephanie woman had on the safe. Four-cornered cap. And just the two.
Have you learned anything? Is there anything else I can help you with?
What can she tell us about your husband?
If it's not too painful, I'd like you to tell me some things about your husband.
Well, we met right after the fall of the January uprising. Ignatsa was hiding on my parents' estate near Warsaw. He was supposed to escape to America, but he changed his mind. And now, well,
harmonious and loving couple. Here's the premature ending.
Why was he still holding on to this four-cornered cap over 40 years after the uprising fell? One visit from the Okhrana and both of you would be doing time.
He kept it hidden. I brought it here yesterday. I also have his saber and 2 bayonets. Ignatsa never stopped fighting for Poland. He corresponded with Piłsudski. These plans have fallen through already.
Picture of the Black Madonna.
Were both of you believers?
Ignatsa more than me. After what happened, I don't know.
So for the yellow marigold and her trophy, you need to be sure that you ask her this before you leave.
His last thought remained where he had died. I managed to read it.
Tell me, please. I'm sure it was about putting Poland back on the map of Europe, right?
No. I don't know where the boat he'd been thinking of was, but he mentioned a summer afternoon by a peaceful lake and a wreath of marigolds.
God.
And she was there. Beautiful, magnificent, the only one.
Thank you.
There you go. The trophy should pop from that.
Thank you. I'll let you be.
No. Thank you.
All right, now we're off to the hospital. And if you don't have it already, be sure to listen to the accordion. Accordionist. I'm not sure we can enter the hospital without this interaction. Oh, look at that, we can. But I'm betting they're a victim.
Hey, you with the book! Tell them they can't keep us here against our will.
Go back to the ward. I'm telling you for the last time. The examination's not over.
Man, this is a prison state. Even quacks will lock you up.
You better stay out of this. Take it from me.
Find out what's going
Is
on.
it all because
I want to
patients
know
won't
if
get
this is...
examined anymore?
My friend,
Because I was
under the
missing
weather, so we
something
came,
in the
but
hospital.
Look at him now. Sound as a bell.
And I'm wondering if it's because I let these
Okay,
guys go.
They brought you on a cart, half dead. Probably after some kind of subversion.
This is slander.
It's better if they stay longer. For examination. You understand?
So I'm going to offer him help. Last time I told him to back off and we fought and they lost, or they left. And I was always missing something inside, so I wonder if it's from this.
They should stay here for their own good.
So let's do it the other
scum.
way.
You're siding with the quacks? What kind of patriot are you? Get here!
With this simple trick, I can save some chloroform.
It's only 2. Alright. It's going to be the same fight setup as the rest of the fights. So just check the description if you want to know what it is. So what do we have? We've got Vukovic and Velis. Bellis and Diversion to start. Okay, we'll get Bukovac to get rid of his traits. And we'll use Distraction on this one, which I also have Ice on, which should push his attack back around. Where'd a patient get a knife from? Really? Go with the standard Lelic attack. And concussion. So we'll get rid of some of the focus of this other patient guy. Not gonna get rid of it fast enough. This is gonna get me hit, but you know what? I'm kind of okay with that. We'll do this. Three left. All right. Okay, we're going to go to the top room first. Grab a couple of patient charts. This is the little girl. Permanent loss of vision. It's Patrick. I think this is the husband. Oh no, probably not. He seems alive. Camille. Alright, now we can talk to the nurse.
Excuse me. Could I interrupt you for a moment?
I'm with a patient. What do you want?
I'm investigating the attack, and I need to ask you a few questions.
What agency are you with?
I'm going to show her the pass.
May I have a word with you?
Yes, sir.
We're going to deliver the teddy bear to the little girl. You'll have this option if you did Vienna Station before the hospital and picked it up.
I brought her teddy bear. Please, give it to her later.
That's nice. Although, you know...
I know that this won't bring back her mother or her eyes.
Still, thank you.
What was the little girl doing at
What
the
do you
station?
think she was doing at the station?
I think she was there with
I
her
can
mom.
surmise that she and her mother had either just arrived or were about to depart. Stephania Lipnitska. All I know is that she died in the attack.
There's a life stolen.
Maybe I'll return later.
Pretty sure, unless something changed from the way I handled the fight outside. Okay, now we're gonna head into the side ward. Oh, my R2 is squeaky. Oh my god. Alright, Alright, the person we want is in that room, but I want to know if there's any changes from the way I handled the fight outside. Identity card and the patient file is the same. And we know it's the attacker because of what we found at this station.
Hello.
What is it this time, and where are my things? Give me back my clothes already so I can get out of here. Unless you want to shove a thermometer up my ass again, let's have it then, because I'm drowsy. And morphine. I'm in pain. Are you even a doctor?
Someone of that nature.
You could say I'm a doctor of souls.
Like a priest?
Is there something you wish to confess?
You're no doctor. What the fuck do you want?
Okay. So I still don't know what one is. Even after doing the eclairs and all that other stuff, I still don't know what that is. Let's ask how he is.
How are you feeling?
Sleepy. You're boring me.
I know he's the attacker.
I know the station is your doing, Relay Height.
I don't know what you're talking about. How
Right.
about that morphine then?
And we're gonna go follow his thread.
I'll leave you alone for now.
Blood-stained flat cap. More than meets the eye. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and manipulate him.
I'm glad I caught you. I see you feeling better.
Well, it seems I'm a lucky guy. What is it?
We are going to ignite a desire for fame in him with word 3.
Why won't you open up to me? After all, you want to send a message to the entire world. You want everyone to hear about you, to admire you. Do you know who Kmicic is? He's eager to write about you. In Polish, for a Polish underground newspaper, about the heroes of the self-proclaimed struggle against the occupiers.
What are you on about? Do you know Kmicic personally?
Yes, he can't wait.
Is that so? Well, I might be able to tell it to some people, and some people will give you our answer.
Where and when can we meet?
Calm down, magician. We'll reach out to you.
Alright, now let's go home.
Well, look here, miss. Speak of the devil.
Mr. Shulsky.
The young lady was telling me about you. I had no idea you could do such things. You never told me you could do spells and such.
I'm surprised she
Shall
didn't
I
know.
bring you some tea?
I mean, she kind of worked in this house for years.
Gladly. Miss Cecilia might take a while to explain.
I don't know if Miss Cecilia will be here if you did not complete cognitive function. Because that's where you meet her for the first time. So I don't know whether or not she'll be here if you didn't do cognitive function.
To what do I owe this unannounced visit?
You're not even trying to hide the fact that I've come at the bad time. So be it. I'll endure it. Dickstein asked me to contact you regarding a certain matter. Well, alright. Maybe it was me who asked him.
Keep listening.
The university has been operating in secrecy for years, and suddenly, one of ours was arrested. It seems suspicious to me, as if someone betrayed him. I figured that nobody would solve this case faster than a Thaumaturge.
Does this mean you would like me to find the traitor?
All I ask is that you go to Dickstein's.
Agree.
I'll handle it. I'll go to Dickstein's as soon as possible.
Thank you. Here's his business card. I won't take up any more of your time. Although, I'll admit I wouldn't mind wasting some of mine in your company.
I guarantee you'll remember it.
I promise to keep that in mind. Goodbye, young lady.
See you.
She arrived and was gone in a flash. Didn't even stay for tea. I hope I didn't make some kind of gaffe by letting the young lady in.
No. Everything is fine, Grażynka.
She had such kind eyes, and she was giving you a rather telling look, too. I'm not implying anything.
Thank you, Grażynka. What's the noise?
Over here, young master! For God's sake, young master, what is the meaning of this?
This is the message we've been waiting for.
This is the message I've been waiting for.
Telephones exist. I'd better sweep it up before the young miss sees it, and then I'll call a glass worker.
I won't tell her. It'll be our little secret.
Indeed, exactly.
Message from the Lekites.
The things people come up with.
Okay, we're gonna call Fejgin.
Please connect me with Fejgin, the editor. Śródmieście 3490. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you.
Hello?
Get to the point.
It's me, WS.
Have you learned anything?
First, complain about the broken window.
They reached out to me. I'm keeping the brick, but someone should compensate me for the window pane.
I'll install it myself. My father was a glazier. Do you know where our bloodthirsty patriots are hiding?
We're supposed to meet in Powiśle near the market. They'll have a carriage waiting.
I'm on my way.
And I'll think about whether I should notify somebody else.
No, not the garden. Front door, please. Okay, so we're going to do all three endings. We're going to go with just Fejgin. Second ending will go with Wanda, and the third ending will go with Zhukov. So I'm going to go ahead and make a save here, and then we'll do all three. Okay, the first one we're going to do all with just by ourselves, all by ourselves with Fejgin. So we're going to go to Bastille without talking to Wanda or Zhukov. Okay, we're down in the market area.
Have you been waiting long?
I'm a journalist. I can be patient when I know I'll be rewarded for it.
I see that the carriage hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sure they're watching us. Patience. Tell me what you have for me before they get here.
I have information for you that may prove useful during the interview.
Let's start with how you convinced the Lahites to reach out.
It wasn't difficult. I tracked down the attacker. Christian Krull survived the explosion of his own bomb. He was lying in Praga hospital and is fanatically devoted to the cause.
Not bad. And the culprit was right under Zhukov's nose all this time. Is there anything else?
Okay, we can tell him about Stephania.
The target of the attack was Stephania Lipnitska. She ran a foundation on Novogrodska Street. The Lehites found out that Lipnitska was an informant. She'd handed over members of some Polish society from Vilnius to the authorities. The bomb was meant as revenge.
So, this was an attack on her. All other victims
were unlucky bystanders, yes.
Do you have any proof of Lipnitska's betrayal?
I saw a congratulatory letter and a Russian medal in her office.
In that case, I can't not write about it. You're doing fine. What else?
A veteran of the January uprising was also killed by this bomb. A Polish patriot dedicated to the cause. A Catholic.
That's not bad, but let's be honest. Given his age, how long did he have left? Is that all? You're doing fine. What else?
I renewed my contact with the socialists.
Well, well. How often do you see Wanda?
They want to be as far away from the Lehites as possible, and even go so far as to treat them with hostility.
I like this dichotomy. A common goal, and yet a moral challenge. I would very much like to hear the other side's version. You're doing fine. What else?
Izabela Lipnicka, Stefania's little daughter, is at Praga hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest that I not mention her in the article.
Your conscience, your choice. This is everything I've been able to find.
Incredible. We must work together more often.
I think that's for us.
Fine. Let's not keep them waiting. Finally.
So, this is the famous Kimichits, the herald of the revolution. We have a lot in common.
That remains to be seen.
And this must be Mr. Shulsky. Strange company for a socialist.
Okay, so all of them sort of lead up to the same sort of thing. So we'll do like one each time. So accuse them of terrorism.
In that case, you're just common terrorists.
Don't think so loud. I care about this interview.
All right, this is your interview.
Thank you.
You will be the first to bring the testimony of the Lahites to the polls. You will be famous.
What did you want to achieve with this attack?
To sow fear in imperialistic hearts. To show what fate awaits those who betray Poland.
Is this about Stefania Lipnitska?
We want to use this interview to expose her lies, her betrayal. Let the people see her true face. She was no Pole, not a true one.
According to the Lehites, who is worthy of calling themselves a real Pole?
This notion may not be subjective, but rather abstract. Would we have a place in your Poland with Mr. Shulsky?
Mr. Shulsky is too much of a Russian. And you, Kmicic, exhibit far too many Semitic traits. But we are not lunatics. We are open to those willing to assimilate.
I'll agree that traitors should receive just punishment.
Really? What about the little girl? Is she guilty of something too? Who did the 8-year-old betray?
Lipnitska's daughter will be better off in the shelter. At least now she has a chance to grow into a patriot.
And what about Ignacy Wisniewski, a veteran of the January uprising? He also died in this attack.
Mr. Wisniewski would gladly give his life for the motherland.
Independence requires sacrifice.
Agreed. Grand ideas require grand sacrifices.
From what I hear, we understand each other.
Your victims were all Poles. Doesn't that conflict with your postulations?
Please, don't twist our intentions.
What are the biggest differences between you and the socialists? Because a trusted source tells me that they have a decidedly negative view of your organization.
Socialism is our biggest
Wanda.
difference, sir. I think we're just about done here. I trust you will give a fair account of the Lahites. And you seem to be a rather honest person for a Thaumaturge and a half-Pole. But tread lightly. You're on thin ice.
That's it. All I need is a signature.
Miss Zhigniew, my people will escort you back.
So that is like the only one of the three where you don't end up in a fight. You might be able to end up in a fight, I think, if you choose different answers, but it's the easiest one to not get in a
That
fight.
went smoothly. Maybe we should have dug a little deeper. What do you think? And how do you feel after meeting the Lahites?
My pride is too high. Nothing's changed.
I feel the same way I did before this meeting.
Well, so do I. But Kmicic is quite happy. Tell me, WS, in what words would you like to be described?
Flattery would serve best.
Superlatives alone, editor. As long as you don't write WS.
Who knows? Maybe it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't think so.
Okay, let's reload and we'll go through with Wanda. Okay, we're at Burke Robots.
What's new?
Raise the subject of the Lakites.
The Lahites.
What about them? Have you found out what den they're staying in?
I have a clue.
They seek a meeting, but on their own terms. They said they would send a coach for me to Bovišle.
A pathetic ploy. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'll keep an eye on you.
I'll be off now.
Too bad. Stay out of trouble, wizard.
Off to Provishna.
Have you been waiting long?
I'm a journalist. I can be patient when I know I'll be rewarded for it.
I see that the carriage hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sure they're watching us. Patience. Tell me what you have for me before they get here.
I have information for you that may prove useful during the interview.
Let's start with how you convinced the Lahites to reach out.
It wasn't difficult. I tracked down the attacker. Christian Krull survived the explosion of his own bomb. He was lying in Praga hospital and is fanatically devoted to the cause.
Not bad. And the culprit was right under Zhukov's nose all this time. Is there anything else?
I'm actually gonna... This is gonna be the first time we don't tell him about Stephania. We'll tell them about everybody else except for their target, just to see what happens.
By this bomb. A Polish patriot dedicated to the cause. A Catholic.
That's not bad, but let's be honest. Given his age, how long did he have left? Is that all? You're doing fine. What else?
And the socialists.
I renewed
and we
my
won't
contact
mention the
with
other
the
family.
socialists.
Well,
Just for fun.
How often do you see Wanda?
They want to be as far away from the Lehites as possible, and even go so far as to treat them with hostility.
I like this dichotomy. A common goal, and yet a moral challenge. I would very much like to hear the other side's version. You're doing fine. What else?
Okay, we're gonna leave Stephania and her daughter off this round and see the differences.
This is everything I've been able to find.
Incredible. We must work together more often.
I think that's for us.
Fine. Let's not keep them waiting. Finally.
So, this is the famous Kimichits, the herald of the revolution. We have a lot in common.
That remains to be seen.
And this must be Mr. Shulsky. Strange company for a socialist.
Socialism is close to my heart.
How can you be sure that I'm not a socialist? Socialist ideas are close to my heart.
The bourgeoisie doesn't go hand in hand with socialism. But that's not important. You will be the first to bring the testimony of the Lahites to the polls. You will be famous.
What did you want to achieve with this attack?
To sow fear in imperialistic hearts. To show what fate awaits those who betray Poland.
Alright, we're still going to sort of ignore the main target. This is a little different. Point out Poland doesn't exist.
Poland disappeared from maps over a century ago. It's difficult to preserve the purity of blood for several generations without a motherland. Unless one is a horse.
The Holy Republic of Poland is more than biology. It's an idea. It's families whose ancestors still remembered the free Poland.
So you admit that it's more of an idea of freedom? People's memories, grandfathers reminiscing about their grandfathers?
Many people have paid the highest price for these memories over the last 100 years.
And what about Ignacy Wisniewski, a veteran of the January uprising? He also died in this attack.
Mr. Wisniewski would gladly give his life for the motherland.
Choice should be his.
The choice of when to make such a sacrifice should have been Mr. Wisniewski's.
Your victims were all Poles. Doesn't that conflict with your postulations?
Please, don't twist our intentions.
What are the biggest differences between you and the socialists? Because a trusted source tells me that they have a decidedly negative view of your organization.
Socialism is our biggest difference, sir. What's going on here? This interview's over. The police!
No, we didn't come here to arrest you. This will be an execution.
I don't think you know who you're dealing with, miss.
But I know that they'll be fishing your body from the Vistula tomorrow. You'll serve as an example to others.
What took you so long?
You set us up, you son of a Ruski bitch!
Okay, so check the description if you want to see my setup. I'm going to be acting as if I don't have the extra salutors, just in case you don't have the extra salutors. Basically, we've got Fortune on Old Wound, Weak, which is the Terror, Weak-Minded on Agony, Lucky Chance on Diversion, and Ice on Distraction. Sorry. Okay, he's going first, and we want Velis. And then I'm going to stick Suffering on him. We just got marked. Not entirely sure what that one means. Alright, we're going to stick Agony on this guy. And he has a resistance trait, so the Agony should stick. The Terror and the Suffering should stick. And then this guy, we're going to go ahead and get rid of his thing with Uper. And remove the marking that I just got. Okay, on number 2, we're going to get rid of his trait with Bukovic. I'm going to howl at him. And I'm going to put Diversion on him and send this one into Breakdown. Okay, so I've just been slowed. Which is wildly unfortunate, but happens every time. So on number 2, we're going to use Uper to get rid of that. And then I don't know how to force. My turn. But anyway, we're going to add Concussion to this guy. That'll get rid of him. Uper will get rid of my negative state. So on 4, we're going to get rid of his trait with Lilac. Although, you know what? I take that back. Let's finish this guy off with Velis. Or with Lilac. And then we'll lower the focus on some of these others as well. Okay, first guy is going to die at the end of the round. Second guy is going to die at the end of the round. And this guy... we'll go ahead and disable him. Disable his trait. And then Wanda's going to shoot somebody. Nice. gonna do this 2 instead of my 2. No real reason, though. I'm gonna do a planned attack that'll get rid of some of his health. It'll both come in before his attack, so. And then we'll finish up with concussion.
I'm grateful and all, but why didn't you bother telling me you intended to bring the socialists here?
There was no time in all this journalistic rush.
Can we speak outside? I can't stay long. The police and the military will be here soon.
And what will happen to the Lakites now?
What do you intend to do about those fanatics?
This particular Hydra needs to have only one of its heads cut off. The rest will either kill or betray each other, or hide in fear.
We'll see.
Miss Wanda, how about a brief comment for the press? The Polish press.
I promise to give you something to write about, Fejgin.
Tell me, WS, in what words would you like to be described?
Write about you as WS.
How about WS?
Who knows? Maybe it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't think so.
Okay, lastly, we're going to do it with Zhukov. Here at police station.
Detective.
I'll admit I didn't expect you back so soon.
The Lakites reached out to us.
The Lehites reached out to me and agreed to a meeting. In Povishla, near the market. I'm supposed to get into the carriage they will have arranged to wait for me.
We'll follow you. My people will be there before you arrive. See you.
Vishna.
Have you been waiting long?
I'm a journalist. I can be patient when I know I'll be rewarded for it.
I see that the carriage hasn't arrived yet.
I'm sure they're watching us. Patience. Tell me what you have for me before they get here.
I have information for you that may prove useful during the interview.
Let's start with how you convinced the Lahites to reach out.
It wasn't difficult. I tracked down the attacker. Christian Krull survived the explosion of his own bomb. He was lying in Praga hospital and is fanatically devoted to the cause.
Not bad. And the culprit was right under Zhukov's nose all this time. Is there anything else?
This time, let's only mention Stephania and
The target
her
of the
daughter.
attack was Stephania Lipnicka. She ran a foundation on Novogrodska Street. The Lehites found out that Lipnicka was an informant. She'd handed over members of some Polish society from Vilnius to the authorities. The bomb was meant as revenge.
So, this was an attack on her. All other victims were
unlucky bystanders, yes.
Do you have any proof of Lipnicka's betrayal?
I saw a congratulatory letter and a Russian medal in her office.
In that case, I can't not write about it. You're doing fine. What else?
And the daughter.
Izabela Lipnicka, Stefania's little daughter, is at Praga hospital. She lost her eyesight due to the attack.
And you probably want to suggest that I not mention her in the article.
The little girl lost her eyesight and her mother, and now she'll be branded as a traitor's daughter. The child has nothing to do with this.
Viktor Shulsky, knight in shining armor. You won't be a very good journalist if you allow yourself to feel guilty. But have it your way. You're doing fine. What else?
That's all I know.
This is everything
Wanda
I've
out
been
of
able
it.
to find.
Incredible. We must work together more often.
Wait for the carriage.
I think that's for us.
Fine. Let's not keep them waiting. Finally.
So, this is the famous Kimichits, the herald of the revolution. We have a lot in common.
That remains to be seen.
And this must be Mr. Shulsky. Strange company for a socialist.
We'll let Fejgin speak.
We didn't meet here to point out class differences.
You will be the first to bring the testimony of the Lahites to the polls. You will be famous.
What did you want to achieve with this attack?
To sow fear in imperialistic hearts. To show what fate awaits those who betray Poland.
Is this about Stefania Lipnicka?
We want to use this interview to expose her lies, her betrayal. Let the people see her true face. She was no Pole, not a true one.
Lipnicka did not deserve such fate.
Lipnicka's faults are not commensurate with her punishment.
Tell that to those she sent to the scaffold. I regret that we could only kill her once, while she killed many. Lipnicka's daughter will be better off in the shelter. At least now she has a chance to grow into a patriot.
I want to know you've had enough, because this one runs just the same as Wanda's. The police come in. So I just wonder if
Tired
this
of
will...
listening to this lunatic.
This is not the meeting I was expecting.
Your victims were all Poles.
No, never
Doesn't
mind,
that
it goes the same
conflict
way.
with your postulations?
Please, don't twist our intentions.
Let us now return to the matter prevalent in your manifesto. Racial purity.
I wonder who it is.
What's going on here? This interview's over.
Palyaki, lay down your arms. You're surrounded, detained, and under arrest. I hope you resist.
You betrayed us!
Okay, again, my setup will be in the description. This first guy, we're going to go with Velis. And Diversion, which I have a 60% chance of slowing. I have Lucky Chance on. So So we'll see how that goes. Alright. We are going... Oh, I meant to put Old Wound on that guy. Oh well. Okay. Use Leaper to get rid of his trait. And then I am going to apply Distraction as well, even though it's going to do like an extra. Put him in Breakdown. I just got slowed. It's unfortunate. So we're going to do that to remove my slow. And then we'll attack this guy with concussion, but it won't completely kill him. Alright, we're going to switch to Lilac. Lower everybody's focus by 1. I need to attack with Uber. Because I need to get rid of a couple of my states. Although, you know what? I think we'll be okay. Got his move pushed back. Let's put Distraction, even though it would send him into Breakdown. Let's put it on one of these guys and push his move back 1 round. And then we'll put just straight up Lelic on this guy. Okay, so he's gone. Finish him up. And we'll work on him. Good. His move's gone. Guy on the right's in Breakdown. Concussion. Dead Man Wailing. Should put the first guy into Breakdown as well. This will straight up kill the guy. So we will take a little bit of damage with a... Oh, that quick attack is going to be useless. Let's take this lucky chance and see if we can get a 60% chance of slowing his actions. How come Zhukov's turn just got skipped? I don't know that. Alright, we'll finally get rid of this guy's treat. Not that I think it matters. I don't know why whenever we fight with a friend, they're always like, they only go once or twice the entire game. Or the entire fight. Okay, let's finish this guy off.
Why didn't you mention the presence of the esteemed editor?
I didn't want to risk losing our advantage, which was the element of surprise.
It's all right. None of what transpired here will make its way into the courier, Mr. Fejgin.
Not writing for the courier anyway. So it's okay.
Thank you. I can't wait to sit down and write. Can't wait for Kmicic to sit down and write, I mean.
Can we get out of here already?
There's one more matter I would like you to consider. That is, should you have the misfortune of dying before I do, would you be willing to bequeath me your brain for research?
I'll think it over.
I promise I'll consider it. I'll let you know.
That's all I ask. And now, be so kind and disperse. This is no place for civilians.
Tell me, WS, in what words would you like to be described?
I would like to not be mentioned, please.
I'd prefer it if Kmicic didn't mention me at all.
As you wish. Who knows? Maybe it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't think so.
And that is front page with all 3 endings.